Guys, this is Recliner Rugby. So we're just going to start episode 1. Going to get straight into it. If you want to listen, you can listen. If you don't, you don't. Look, there's 1,000 Rugby League podcasts out there. So if you are listening, we do appreciate it. Just like and subscribe, all that jazz. There's so many league podcasts out there. Everyone's got their opinions and they're all warranted. And look, this might be dog shit, might be shit house. Tell us it is. We'll get on the front foot and keep sending them to you so you get more annoyed. But yeah, we're just going to have a go at it. If it fails, it fails. If it doesn't, who cares? It is what it is. I started the page a year ago and there's already about close to 18,000 of you that have liked the page, which is awesome to see. So we thought we'd give this a go. We both work full time and in our spare time it's always rugby league. So we thought, why not? Let's just have a go at it. If it takes off, like I said, it takes off. But you don't want to hear any more of this jazz. We're gonna rip straight into it. Queensland, some big news today. Massive news. Slater is rattled. As you can see, I'm wearing a Blues hoodie. Mitch is also New South Welshman. We both live in Queensland. We copped the 8 years. We have every right to rip back into him. But yeah, we're just gonna go about it.
Yeah. Some big, not so big changes for New South Wales, really, apart from obviously Stefano coming onto the bench, which, you know, it doesn't make a big difference to the squad. All in all, they're pretty much the same. I don't think Stefano's going to play huge minutes, so I think the game plan's still the same for the Blues. As for Queensland, though, I think there's a bit of smoke and mirrors going on there.
Yeah, I don't think the team they've named is what they're going to run out is, because if it is, Haas had a field day in game 1, and if that's the forward pack they're going to run out with, then goddamn, he's going to put up some numbers. Because look, I just can't get my head around it. Liero, like, he's a good player. He's a rugby league player. Like, Storm do well with him at lock. He's solid. But there's a difference between solid and origin standard.
Right.
And that is a big difference. So,
do you think there's do you believe a bit of that Storm rhetoric about getting some Storm plays in that
side? 100%. Because Billy came out with Trent and said, I've seen how hard he works, what he does off the field. But, like, how does he not know how hard someone like Horsburgh's training off the field?
No, that's what I mean.
Like, it's bias.
That's what I mean. I think everyone knows he's watching more Storm games than anything else. Of course he's going to see who's working the hardest in the background, apart from, obviously, games, which I'm sure he watches because he's a Queensland coach. But if you're day in, day out an ex-Storm player, you know, watching them behind the scenes, of course you're going to see the little extras. You're not going to see the little extras on the other players because he's not at their training sessions.
Yeah.
You know, there's no proof that he's at their training sessions, but, you know, that Storm rhetoric has got some legs because, I mean, they're all there, you know. It's believable, but who knows.
Even as a biased New South Welshman, you got to say the Storm rhetoric with Stefano sticks as well. I think with Bellamy in the camp, if Bellamy's not in the camp, I don't think Stefano gets picked.
Yeah.
Yes, he was in the squad the last couple of years when he was at the Tigers.
Yeah.
But if you don't have Bellamy there with Daly, I think Daly looks at Kolomatungi's form and just picks him in there.
Yeah.
Because Barnett, like with Barnett out, Keon matches that style. That
we need aggression.
Yeah.
And I don't think Stefano's got the aggression. Like, don't get me wrong, Stefano's a good player. You know, Storm wouldn't have picked him up if he's not a good player. They know there's a good player there, but State of Origin is aggression. Our team is aggressive. I don't see where he fits. We have a smallish mobile pack, or if we have a very mobile pack, and if we're on a roll, we putting Stefano out there, which just slows the pace down.
Yeah, I think they've just done look, we have enough weapons in the tank. We don't need another person. Throw offloads, all that sort of jazz. But, look, I'd go Keon. Like you said, though, I don't think it's a big difference. But I think we need to go back on Queensland because that's the talking point.
Yeah, all right, let's get into these grubs. Queenslanders, all right, don't get me wrong. we remember the 2020, all right? We remember that series, all right? And that was tough to take, all right? You rolled out a Div 2 squad and you rolled us, all right? But we don't forget, all right? Not this time, all right? We're not going to get rolled.
See, this is the hard thing as a New South Welshman. I will rip in, and I just know it's Queensland, but we got to take our chances while we can. I just can't get my head around these selections. Like, it's as like Queensland supporters out there, I see you guys blowing up as well, and I just don't get it. Like, Carrigan is pretty well, outside of Yo, the best lock in the competition. Like, he was playing front row, yes, most of the year, but they shifted him back to lock, his preferred position, and he goes out and dominates the Titans. I get it's the Titans, but Liero's not doing that for the Storm. He's not going out and picking teams apart like Carrigan just did. That bit doesn't make sense to me.
Look, like we said before, I'm not putting my money on that. That's the team that's running out next Wednesday night. There's no way. We know Queensland love that smoke and mirror shit, right? They're wanting us to look over here while they're doing this to each other over there. All right, we know what they're like. Okay, and I almost guarantee you that team that was written out on paper is not running out next Wednesday night. There's no way.
If they do, though, I think like we're gonna take it as it is right now.
Yeah.
If they do run out with that side, I just
when has Carrigan ever come off the bench?
Yeah,
when has he ever come off the bench?
Yeah, but
he's never come off the bench.
If you're gonna pick Carrigan off, like. If you want impact off the bench, there's why Horsburgh's there.
Yeah, but don't you want your best 13 on the field in the first 20 minutes?
Yeah, well, you got to match it. You got to match.
It's the first 20 minutes is make or break. If you go out to a 16-point lead in State of Origin, it's nearly all but over. Yeah. You need to match the aggression in the first 20 minutes. Like, I don't. Carrigan's not an impact player. It's easy to see that he won't like that. There's no way they're running out with that team that was on.
Yeah, paper. The only I was just looking at it today, and look, I got a Blues hoodie on, Bulldogs hat on.
Yeah.
But as a New South Welshman, you got to think, what scares me the most for Queensland? Like, what is it that would worry me going into it? And the first thing that everyone's kind of blown over because of this craziness is Grant. Starting hooker.
Yeah.
Grant is potentially going to be 0-6. He's 0-5 right now starting. He got found out overplaying his hand from the get-go. And this is a wild take, but I think if they went with this pack as a New South Welshman, it would worry me a lot more. Look, he is a Dogs player that I'm going to bring in, but he's not playing big minutes. So at 9, I'm starting with Marnie. 20 minutes, that's it. Line speed, aggression, just trying to match it, just going after it. Just trying to take the brunt of the start of the game out. Yes, I know discipline-wise.
I was just about to say that. Don't you think look, I get he's aggressive and he loves a niggle, but you just can't afford to give away that too many penalties in State of Origin. And he is like... If you bring the stats up, he probably gives away the most penalties easily.
But the reason why I bring up the discipline is a lot of it is back end of games with fatigue at play, where he's just getting late and he's just doing anything he can at that point.
Yeah.
So I think if you start him for 20, Billy clearly wants impact off the bench if he's going with Carrigan there. Like I said, they're 90% chance they're going to change their team. But I'm just going...
Well, the first 20 minutes of State of Origin, you don't even need a creative hooker. You need someone to stay in the battle and make your tackles.
Yeah.
They don't even need one. Like, I think the Ben Hunt injury hurts Queensland more than we thought. Like, I know he's getting old, but he doesn't... All he has to do in that first 20 minutes of State of Origin is make his tackles and stay in the fight. Right, and then as soon as the aggression's gone out of the game a bit, everyone's slowed down, a bit of fatigue coming in. That's when they bring Harry on, and he rips, and he's ripped for the last few years that he's played. Right, and I think, I don't know, he's not going to change it because he's not running another hooker on the bench.
Yeah, well, that's what.
So he's expecting Harry to play 80.
Yeah, and that's what. Like, all it is 20 minutes. Grant's going to play the last 60.
Yeah.
So I'm going Mo starting front row with Tino, I'd interchange Mo and Collins. Personally, I'd probably start Collins. I want the first 20 minutes, him just a madman going for it. And this is the New South Welshman speaking for Queensland. I know you guys hate this, but you can't tell me that this pack isn't better than the one that's named. So you go Mo or Collins interchangeable, Tino front row, Marnie for the first 20 minutes. That's it. 20 minutes. Take the brunt out. Second row is I got Furmore. Bo's back in there. I don't know what Capewell offers that he doesn't. Furmore is faster, fitter. He's younger. He brings youth, enthusiasm. I got Nanai at second row, the other second row, which you can interchange with Cotter. I got Carrigan at lock. He has to be lock. And my bench, like, if you go with that, the bench is Harry Grant, Corey Horsburgh, Lindsay Collins, and Ruben Cotter. Like, as a New South Welshman, that bench scares the shit out of me. Like, there's impact, there's size, but there's everything you'd want in an Origin team. There's aggression. I just not picking Horsburgh. Like, this is like a dog's guy's preaching Marnie to come in there. Like, it's 20 minutes. I'm taking Kurt Mann out of there. Like, Kurt Mann is quality, but if you're gonna go that, like, if you can't put Mann in there because it's just. You can't have a Grant and a Mann. It's too small of a pack.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you reckon we see some changes come Wednesday?
100%. That's the.
Reckon Big Red comes in? When's the last time we seen a 20th man get rotated in?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I said, Queensland are good for a smoke and mirrors play. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I would, as a Blues fan, I want to see Big Red play, but as a New South Wales fan, I'm happy that he's not named in that squad. Right, he's more of a danger than them running that small pack that they've currently got on the bench. Right. All right. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or do you want to? We'll go prediction first.
Yeah, the 1-17 as it is predictions. Look, Perth, flat track, Blues dominated round one, even though the score doesn't reflect how dominant it was. Queensland's dropped in captains mid-series. They're honestly rattled. I think it's tight for the first 25. I think it's either Queensland might even be up 4-0. It might be 0-0, but I reckon the Blues run away with it. And my prediction would be 38-18.
I scanned over something too before we went there. Money captain.
Yeah.
Look, Munster's a gun, and I'm saying this as a Blues fan. He is the reason you will win next Wednesday night if he's on. I don't think they should have named him captain. I don't think he needs that. I think that's going to be on his conscience now. That he needs to settle down and sort of lead the pack, right? And be, I don't know, I wouldn't say in your best behaviour, but not sort of throw the ball away as much as he does, you know?
Yeah.
Do them off-cut plays.
You want
him playing freestyle. I don't have to worry about anything. It's not my team.
You want him on 12 beers the night before. Yeah. That's what you want.
They need drunk money back.
You want hungover money. Like, that's the money Queensland needs.
Stay off the piss money.
Yeah. Stay sober, mate. You're doing well. Keep to it. Right. Respect it, because if he runs out and he looks semi-tipsy, he's running amok. And
he's calm.
It doesn't matter who's in front of you. You could have bloody Jesus trying to defend that bloke, and he's falling for that dummy. So
but in saying that, New South Wales 13+.
Oh, easy hand, my little boy Critter for a double, I reckon.
Yeah, in Critter we trust.
Yeah.
Cleary, big game next Wednesday. Down for a double.
Do it, son.
Let's go.
They doubted you, son. 4 prems isn't enough.
We want more.
All right, so we're going to get back into general NRL chat now. It's Origin comes out and it takes it off everything. Like, that's all we can talk about. Like I said, we've been ripping Queensland. It'd be wrong if we wouldn't. Queensland would be doing the exact same thing back to us. Like, we've won one game. Like, it is what it is. We haven't won the series.
Dynasty, baby. It's on now.
It comes 15 straight, baby. But yeah, we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna start off with the first night, Thursday night. Knights v Manly. How'd you see it?
Yeah. First half was a bit of a snooze fest. I don't know. These two teams are, especially Manly, right? And I know we've been saying it for, like, everyone's saying it for a while now. They're so hot and cold. You don't know which Manly team's going to run out. Apart from if they're playing at home, you know, they're pretty much, if they played at home every week, they win the comp every year.
Yeah.
You know?
They're a leader, Brookie.
Knights have been like this for a while now. Don't kill me, Knights fans, but like this signing of Dill Brown. Can you see that changing much in the squad?
Yeah.
They don't have a half.
Well, you look at Brown.
When's the last time they had a half? Mitchell Pearce.
Yeah.
It's the last time they had a decent halfback.
Well,
and he was aging when he got there. Like, he was getting older.
Well, they had Hastings and they went to the finals because, like, they didn't make a massive dint in the finals, but they had a 7 that directed him around and looked semi-dangerous. He wasn't setting the world on fire, but then they go into the bloody finals.
But they lose 2 games and change the halves rotation.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to, like, get like the glue to play good footy when you change the personnel every 2 weeks because you had a loss. Like, it didn't matter if they lost by 40 or they lost by 2. They'll change the halves combo every week.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a couple of points from the game, right? Schiller looked a bit out of place in that centre position, going up against Garrick.
Yeah, well, he's not a centre.
Nah, and that's what I mean. Like, this is what I'm talking about with out of place sort of positioning. You know, they change this squad around, and they're throwing blokes in positions just to fill gaps. And centre's such a specialist position.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be a gun defender, right?
Yeah.
As a centre, you're a defender first, right? It's so hard to defend in there, right? And don't get me wrong, Garrick's not a centre, but he's been playing there all year.
Yeah.
Right? He's had that whole year.
Yeah.
He's had the whole year to gear up for that, right? And they attacked that edge big time. That's where they found all their points was down that edge.
The centre's the last real true one-on-one position where you can go, I can get my man or he can get me. Like, you can... We've seen centre battles over the years, like Latrell Mitchell, Jimmy the Jet, going at it. Like, you can genuinely look across at your centre and go, I've got you. Like, we saw Critter with Hammer Game 1 Origin, just went, I don't care what you've done, like, I'm the best centre in the comp and I'm going to make a name for it. And, like, I know this is a step back, it's Manly, but, like, you get found out if you're not up to it.
Yeah.
And, look, first half, there was a couple of things with the Knights. Look, they were just lacking energy. They were lacking anything. Like, it's how their first few months had looked like. First few months of footy. And yeah, Schiller. Like, there was one thing here where Schiller, just before half time, had an error, gave away the next penalty. Coggan gave away the penalty after that, and Cooler breaks 5 tackles, and then Hamole. It was just Hamole ball the first half on that edge. And when Hamole's in that mood, Hamole does what Hamole wants to do. Yeah. So, he was just picking them apart down there. Look, I think Lehigh was a big out. He's huge for them. Yeah. I think Lehigh must be fullback.
I think he's their fullback going forward.
I think, look, Turbo, as a Blues fan...
I love Turbo.
Turbo's
a gun.
He's the man.
And I would have him at Penrith in a heartbeat, right? But... Manly need to make a not a tough decision, because I'm not saying let him go by any means. Like, he's a gun, and all 16 other teams would have him tomorrow, right? They would sign him, right? Just even if he said, I can only play 15 games a year, 16 other teams would still have a crack at that, right? Because they know what he can do in those 16 games, right? But Lehigh is a fullback. And
Lehigh's going to be
a fullback.
Lehigh, I said this, obviously not on air, this is the first bloody episode, but halfway through last year, as a Dogs fan, if I could sign any player at that time, like with future, obviously Cleary, all those ones that are untouchable, Lehigh, Manly have to make him untouchable. Like, Turbo could come out this weekend, set up 3 tries, score 2, and do that for 3 more weeks. But then he might be out for another 4. There's no clear path. They just need to stick with it. And look, Cooler and Garrick are solid centres, but they just have to make way for Turbo.
Oh yeah. Imagine what he does in the centres.
Yeah.
Why haven't we seen it yet?
Yeah.
Like, trial it.
Yeah.
Right? They're not. Look, Manly aren't in a stage yet where it's do or die. Right? If they lose games, they're gone. If they win games, they're not at the top of the table. But like, just give it a crack. See what happens.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. No one knows until you give it a go. But we know what Manly are currently doing at the moment. It's just every time Tom's fit, he's back to fullback. Which I don't know what does to Lehigh, because he's confused, because he's like, I played fullback for 3 weeks, then I got to make way again when Tom's good to go.
Lehigh's one of those guys that will never speak up.
No, he would never speak up.
Which is good for Manly, because
but switching positions,
any other person with any sort of ego is getting eaten a lot. Like, they're just gonna light up, because it is. Yeah. He's just happy to be there, Lehigh, but he's a genuine superstar. And we're not saying Turbo's going out at the centres and he's just going to sit there. He's going to roam. Yeah. Like, it's just in Turbo to roam. Wherever the ball is, he wants to be there. Whether he's got bloody half a hammy or no hammies, he'll be around the ball. Yeah. And you don't even need to put that in the game plan. That's just what he's going to do. Yeah. And that's what Manly needs. So, but before anything, they need to bloody crack down inconsistent as. But yeah, second half.
I don't know what happened there. Whatever that halftime chat was, maybe it was the booze. Well, it was the booze they got at halftime. That's
as a coach, you go in and just go, look, your own home fans are booing you. Yeah. But generally, I think O'Brien got stuck in the elevator down at the dressing shed. I don't reckon he was in there. No. He did, because I reckon the ghost of Joey was lingering in that dressing room, because they came out, they had shape, they were pushing up. Yeah. That's O'Brien's hands are fucking nowhere near that. Nah. He's
I don't. Yeah. Speaking of him, those comments at the end of the game, that is the biggest. I don't know what's the word for it. That's the biggest
kick in the face.
Biggest kick in the balls to all the Newcastle fans, right? To say that you don't understand rugby league if you're booing your team at half time, that is wild. And I get that he's come out and apologised.
That's too far gone.
But it was a quick decision, right? He just went, I'm pissed off, right? And he made a call, and it was horrendous. If I'm a Newcastle Knights fan, I want that man gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to our first. It's Shiitake of the week, also known as Shit Take of the week. And the shit take was telling your own fans you got no idea about rugby league. Like, you can't...
After you pay and go and watch them play, and everyone knows Newcastle Knights fans, they pack out stadium if they're last.
Oh, they're always there.
And to call out your own fans and say they know nothing about rugby league is... Yeah, that's messed up.
Like, and the people going off it saying, they shouldn't have been booing. Like, as a Dogs fan, this same Knights team... beat us 66-0 at home. Whole crowd was booing. Whole crowd. And Serrato comes out and says, look, guys, yes, we're in the trenches, these tough times, but I promise you it'll be worth it. And O'Brien comes out and goes, you don't know rugby league. Like, what? Only O'Brien could make a win feel like a loss. Like, if I'm a Knights fan, all memberships are cancelled, I'm pulling it. Like, that is...
I'm surprised I haven't seen more outrage actually with Knights fans. Yeah. Is what it is. Knights fans keep turning up.
Yeah. What are you doing? And all those fans out there saying don't boo, like, that's not what a real fan would do. If you're not swearing your head off when a player drops the ball at home, you're not a fan.
Yeah, you don't care.
There is like the expletives are coming out of my mouth. If if Critter drops the ball, I'm apologising to the bobblehead straight after, but I'm blowing up. Like, if you say, you can't boo your team, that means you're not a fan. You got to back them no matter what. Me swearing is me giving a shit. Yeah. That's me turning up. Like, you can't. I literally will wear a jersey. And if we lose that game, the jersey I'm in, I'm not wearing it again. Yeah. Like, it's bad juju.
If New South Wales are not beating Queensland by 40 at half time, I'm burning the jersey.
Yeah.
Like, That's pissing me
You
off.
gotta, all those fans out there saying booing's wrong, like, grow up. Like, seriously, come on.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
Like I just said with both those teams, who knows what you're going to dish up next week? Are they playing next week? Both teams?
Yeah, so we got... No, both have a bye.
Oh, they're not.
No,
Knights playing
hold
next
up.
week, aren't they?
Yeah, Knights have got Roosters at home.
Ooh.
Bring back the booze. Bring back the booze. If you guys are down again, just boo the house
Just boo
down.
off the kickoff.
Yeah,
Just
do it.
Everyone
If you're up by 20...
Everyone point in the coach's box and just boo.
If you're up by 20, boo. Don't face the players.
Right,
Face
boo.
the coaches.
Just keep booing, you'll win by 40.
Yeah,
Did you see that
boo.
second half?
Yeah, but you booed. Joey came back.
Far out.
But when you're booing, like I said, don't face the players or turn around at the coach's box and just boo. I love it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Hey, you want to keep winning, just keep booing.
And Manly versus the Titans, that's a sleep-in.
Manly Titans.
Yeah. Nah, man. Manly will come out and blow them out of the park. I feel for Titans. Like, this is a little preview, but
Yeah.
you get Manly.
Tommy back.
Desi versus Manly in a return, and they got DCE in the Origin period, angry after an accident.
He would have seen that at the start of the year and gone, oh, yes, we get to play Manly, no Tommy, no DCE.
And now they got both, and they're both angry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good. Poor Titans fans. It gets worse.
Prepare your cheeks.
All right, on to the next game. If we do this, we'll be going for 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
so
next game.
sorry, guys. We will speed it up.
As we get better, we'll be quicker. All right.
I know this is probably shit out for a first podcast, but we're giving it a crack. So if we don't spend much time on your team, we will go in depth, but we're not going to go crazy in depth. Like I said, we both, I don't want to take it for granted, but both got early starts every day, both working. So all we're trying to do is bring you some laughs, have a yarn. Like, we do watch the game, so we will break it down. And in the comments, if there's things we've missed, rip into us. Yeah. We're not one to shy away from it. So
boo us, we'll get better.
Yeah. Well, that seems how it works. Yeah. So next game was the Storm and the Cows.
Yeah. This game was actually pretty good. Like, for the first 30 minutes, Cows were pretty resilient. Storm were smashed at them.
They had a bone pick. The Storm, they were aggressive. They were going at them. They were throwing everything.
They wanted to fold the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They wanted to smash them. And Cowboys were actually pretty resilient for most of the game. Yeah. But like anything, if you don't have the ball, you're gonna die. Right?
Well, when that Storm spine is run first, it's pretty well a wrap for any team. It's their competition to lose when they're in that sort of mood. Yeah. The big pointer I had just from the get-go, Dearden got spotted 5 minutes in. So Hughesy just sat Katoa on his hip, just straight, Dearden had to make a decision and he picked no one. He had, when you got Hughes and Katoa running a yard, look, we're not on the field. We're not doing that. But as a halfback, you pick one or the other and you live with it. And he didn't pick it. He picked neither. Yeah. And Bellamy's in the Blues coaching staff. Yeah. Straight away, he would have lit up. Yeah. His eyes would have lit up. Or they've done game plan to do that. And I wouldn't be surprised if that exact same shape is getting run at Dearden just from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. Accusey was on a tear on Friday night, though. He was on. And when he's on, he's hard to stop. Especially with Katoa on his outside. Like you were just saying before, or when those two are coming out, you just have to make a decision, right? And live with that decision. Yeah. You either drop out, right, or you go at Hughesy, right? Yeah. And it just seemed to be whatever decision Dearden made on Friday night happened to be the wrong one, right? Yeah. And I feel for him. That is hard. Those two coming at you is hard, right? You have to commit to one or the other. You can't defend both of them at the same time, right? You can't peel off on Hughesy, right? Otherwise, he's gone. We saw that on Friday night, right?
But when he's in that mood, like I said, Dearden tried his absolute ass off, but there's levels. If Dearden's up there, he's generally he's a starting Origin 7. He's a freak. But when Hughes is on, and then Dearden in attack, I thought that ball was unreal. Yeah. That cut out straight across the face, he was their go-to man. I don't think it was a bad look for his Origin logo.
No.
I don't think it was a bad look. Like,
no,
just Storm was in a mood.
It's a Storm in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like, it's the hardest game to win in NRL,
Yeah, it is.
right?
Yeah.
The other thing I saw, like Cowboys' errors coming out of their own end, killed them.
Yeah.
They defend 4 sets and then drop the ball and tackle 2. Storm have a 99% rate of if you make an error in your own 20, they're gonna convert. Right? You can't stop them.
Yeah.
Right? And to do that shit to yourselves after defending that many times is not gonna end well. Right?
Yeah, I reckon just a couple of things I've got here. Jackson Paulo, he makes me so nervous. Like, yes, he's a big athlete. Like, there's something there, but I'm watching it from an outside. Like, as a Cowboys fan, do you guys, like, I don't know what it is. When they put up a high bomb or even when he's defending or just catching anything,
brother looks uncommon.
Like, he looks like...
Is he a Queenslander?
I think
he is.
Yeah, bring him in.
Bring him in, Slater.
Hammer's trash, bring him in.
Do some weird shit. You haven't done any weird shit.
Yeah. But yeah, he kind of stuck out. And the other one, Howarth. I think Howarth is huge for a Storm finals push. Because their outside backs, yes, their wingers are elite. Yeah. But their centers between Meaney, like Meaney's, put it this way, I don't think Meaney's on many team sheets going into the week.
No.
But Howarth can be that danger.
Oh,
like,
when he's on.
He's a big boy. He is fast. He's got everything to be a great centre in our game. Yeah. And last year you saw it with the Panthers and the GF.
So the GF, baby. Found out.
You have to throw something out there, and I think Howarth is gonna be that guy. He's in the right system.
He's young.
He's pathway. Although it took long to get in there, they signed him very early, but now you're looking at him at 500k, and you're going, this is what they saw. Like, a year's time.
If they're fully fit, right, with Meaney, who they got, Meaney, Grant, and Howarth, all playing. They're all in the centres.
Yeah, Grant Anderson.
Grant Anderson.
Yeah. I thought Harry Grant. I was like, what?
No, not Harry Grant. No.
Yeah.
He might play. He might play
Slater
centres. Slater Origin.
Yeah, do it, bro.
Yeah.
But if they're fit, Warbrick. I don't know what's going on with him.
I think he's straight back. I think he's straight back on the Sting. I think he's first picked on the Sting. Him and
But I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't heard anything coming out of it.
Yeah.
He's had an HIA for a month now. Like,
I don't know.
And he's an elite winger. Like, but yeah, we're gonna move on. I think.
One more point.
Yeah.
One more point. Grant. I think he does too much.
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen him pass off the ground?
Yeah.
Right? He's taken too much time away from his halves.
And look, this is the best hooker in the comp.
He's elite.
The only reason we're saying it is because, like...
He's the man.
He could be the greatest. Like...
I cannot stand the Storm. Right? But I'm like, every game I'm like, Grant, you're doing too much, bro. Just pass off the ground. Especially when they're inside the 10, the red zone. Yeah. You don't need to stand up.
Yeah.
Right? Just pass it off the ground and I guarantee... Jerome's getting over more times than he's
like,
already.
If you're a 9 and you're doing that and you've got mad average halves, so if that's Grant at the Knights, you're going, I'm going to fucking do it by myself. I'm better than anyone else. Yeah. You've got Hughes, Munster, Pappy. You don't need to draw in that much. Like, just stand a Sofa Solomona there and that's enough. Yeah. The bloke's a fucking giant. Like, yes, like, Grant's elite. Like, we're only saying this because... we're looking into him more because of how good he is. Yeah. And as a New South Welshman, you just want to rip into him. But, just dish. Yeah. And everything will be fine. So.
Finns Dragons?
Yep.
Holy touch-up.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Holy touch of my nuts. Oh, my God.
Fucking Dragons.
I thought this was 50-50. I had the Dragons. I tipped the Dragons. Fuck. I saw Clint Gutherson and I said, lock me. Clint Gutherson and Cole Flanagan, that's the greatest duo of all time, mate.
That's fucking
I'll be honest.
When I heard during the week that Cole Flanagan said, put King Tonga in 5'8", I'm going to run the show, I thought, fuck me dead. Dragons 13 plus.
But yeah, honestly, I had the Dragons and then just, it just...
Oh, well, there's not much to touch on the Dolphins, right? They're fucking
This-
running amok at the moment. Katoa is fucking elite.
Yeah.
I wish we never let him go. But Penrith, fuck me dead. Like, he looks like he's been playing for 20 years.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know. Dolphins do everything in your power to keep that man, right? He is, like, something else. And they're doing this without Gilbert. They're doing this without...
Saifiti's gone.
Saifiti's gone.
Obviously, Flegler. It's hard,
Flegler
to even remember in there. So.
Flegler, and they're doing this without Flegler, who is a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what Queensland's missing, Flegler.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, this isn't... KO's not with us or anything, but KO, games like this, censor it. Because this is just... It's disgusting. I literally saw a man sit on someone's neck. Boss...
We saw a man get teabagged on live TV.
Boss talks.
I'm trying to watch with my kids enjoy the game. Right?
I feel
And
for
I'm seeing
Lawson.
that.
He's gone to his home. He's gone to his family.
Lawson's never playing again.
He literally. He just got re-signed. He went to his. He went to his family and he said, "Look, Sevens. Look, we're traveling the world.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore."
Was that his debut?
No.
Oh,
Last week, he was great last week.
Oh, was he?
But-
Where did they play last week?
He was great though. His run meters
Wasting time. He
was against the Knights, but yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Lawson.
I could get meters against the Knights. Fuck.
Lawson went travel the world. Nah, nuts on face. Yeah.
Give me Bostock now.
And Bostock didn't just put his nuts on his face; he put his shoulder in his ribs too. But we're gonna skim over like real quick.
Dragons, fucking work to do. Dolphins, keep doing what you're doing.
Dolphins, Katoa signing for life. He's our player of the week.
Yeah.
I know other players had better stats, but like one of my notes here, he straightened up 10 meters on the right side of the post, and Herbie in left center scored because of his work. Like he's straightening up is like
fucking gun.
it's
him and Herbie keep that fucking rig, sign that man for life. He's a gun.
And NRL Kafusi's hit, it's fine. Let's play on.
Yeah,
like if we're already taking away the kickers, chat.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
Let him
take away the kickers. Fuck, you can have the kickers.
Yeah, but
let some fucking.
It's not even late. It's not even late.
Playing touch.
Just a little shout out to Nicarima too. I think his work's been underrated. He's been on fire. Yeah. He compliments Katoa like unreal.
Right, next one, Sharks Warriors.
Fucking Warriors, eh?
Yeah.
Alright. I know Warriors fans every year keep saying that this is our year, this is our year.
Is it time to believe?
Fuck no.
Yeah, no.
They're in, alright?
They're good. They're actually genuinely good.
They're good. They're going good.
They're alright. They came out Shark Park. Not many teams can do it except for the Dogs. But they came out and they just look great. Metcalf's on the tear. No, like KO Hero. This try scoring streak is unreal. Except I think everyone except for Fisher Harris is loving it.
Yeah.
Hello chat. And I just found out in Samoan it means stink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stink.
Yeah. So it's wild because the Warriors have been LO for a while. Not anymore.
Warriors, keep doing what you're doing. Fucking hell.
All right, next game, Broncos
won.
won.
Say Sharks. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was at home too.
Yeah.
You bet this.
They shit the bed. Yeah. Next game, Broncos 44, Titans 14. Game after that, we got to go on it.
Next.
I can't stand the Bronx. But we got to speak about them. There's a lot of Bronx fans out there. A lot of you guys follow me. I appreciate that. But domination from the get go. Black jerseys.
Fucking playing that jersey every week.
Yeah.
Holy fucking
Titans.
Holy possessed.
Titans need some work.
How good was that against a team coming last?
Yeah. Oh, it really turned the season around.
Yeah. We're back on now, baby.
They did what they had to do. And Carrigan is a lock, not a bench player. All right, guys. We're going to be honest with you. Our camera just dropped out. We're back at it. Like I said. Teething, first episode. Give us a fucking break. This is when new sponsors come in and just help us out. Like, I'm talking small ones like Toyota. Woolworths.
Fuck. Just a little car, man. That's all we need. We'll trade it in for a good camera.
Yeah, just give me some new shoes, man. I got the bloody came up Burks getting around.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't show the dog, Sarah. We'll show that later. That costs money.
So just to go back real quick. Sorry, our little tech over there, his feet just smell it. I'm kidding. Talk about Elo. But yeah, so just quickly we brush over, but we can rip back in. The Bronx Titans, yeah, it was just domination. They started off. Could Tony drop that over the line? He did. Look, it would have been 38-14. Who cares?
Who cares? It's
He dropped
Titans.
that.
No one cares. They didn't even check it.
Yeah.
Against the Titans.
Yeah.
Fuck, who cares? I'm telling you, like, look, Broncos did their job and beat who was in front of them.
Mm-hmm. No, they did what
To
they
go
had
as
to
to
do.
go as far as saying they're back, like fucking
Yeah.
holy.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wild take.
Mm.
I hate Bronx fans.
Mm. They're fans.
Sorry. I hate the Bronx. Maybe they're fans slightly. No, but honestly, I think they'll turn it around. You know why? Because the New South Wales man is their coach. But I think they'll turn it around. I think, look, it's the Titans. It is the Titans. They get a bye next week. And then forget what I said because they got the Sharks. No. They got Sharks at Suncorp.
Yeah, well, that's a day. That's a day game, isn't it?
If it's a day game, forget everything I just said. Yeah, 2:00.
Oh no! Why do they keep playing? This is the most day games I've ever seen them play.
The only way they can turn around is if they walk out with that black kit. It's a wrap.
I have to play in it every league now. Surely.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, day games though.
Well,
I don't know what they're
great
doing.
cause.
They cannot play that big light in the sky. There's fucking no chance.
They saw what Panthers did in the black jersey and they said, let's do that.
Let's copy those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Dogs black jersey next week.
Panthers pink
Don't
jersey
need
next
it.
week. What have I got? Tino. Fuck, poor bloke, mate.
Oh, get out of there, mate.
He's fucking
Get out of
carrying
there.
it. Like,
We can talk whatever.
Does he look fucking depressed or what? Like,
Yeah.
he just looks like he's like. Don't get me wrong. He puts in fucking 100% every week. Like, but fuck. I'm sure even Titans fans are saying,
Yeah.
brother, go fucking win a chip somewhere else.
Well, outside of the week that just passed, Haas against Manly is exactly how Tino's feeling. Like.
Yeah, just fuck. He has to do everything
Yeah.
for that squad.
Yeah.
Like,
It must be how it
why does
feels
he have
for
to play?
Queensland
He
too.
nearly has to play. Fuck yeah, he will feel it next week. Fucking hell. He will feel it next week when he has to start on the bench.
At least he's not feeling nuts on his neck. Unless he's into that.
Lucky.
That's all good. He is Queensland. But yeah.
They're doing that right now. Human centipede, I reckon.
That must be what Leore's doing. Nah, that's wild.
That's what
Sorry,
he's
Leroy.
doing. Sorry, Leroy. That's fucked.
But you're a solid player. But
Yeah,
Origin's different.
You're a gun, bro.
Origin's different. Like I said, we haven't played a single NRL game, and we're
Fuck,
both.
speak for yourself. Man.
Div 3 is not NRL.
Oh, fuck, since when?
And we're both redheads, which is probably the biggest L in this chat right now.
Yeah. Fuck, you're lucky, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Threw a nuts on your neck, bloody hell. Those are red ones. So we're going to the next one. Next game, yeah, Bronx did what they had to do. Titans. Do you stick with Des?
Who else is there? Fucking Kevy?
Sure, Panthers got another assistant coach out
Yeah,
there.
probably.
Let's see what they're doing right now. Webster and Serrato.
Let fucking Milky on the sting coach him. He's on fire.
Yeah. I can't give Hazard another full year, but you can't sack your coach mid-year. It's no good.
It doesn't fucking matter who goes. Who goes in there is going to change the
I
fucking
reckon,
result of the way they're playing. Like for 10 years they've been fuck defense. Let's just score heaps of points.
Yeah.
And you can't fucking do that.
But everyone's like, they went with Des and they just went, look, let's. But Holbrook was in the 8. Titans would do anything to be 10th right now.
Yeah, bring
Holbrook
back. That was mine.
Yeah.
That was good as for Titans.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. Titans back to the drawing board.
Titans, look, we can pretty much say what we want about the Titans. There's about 3 fans out there. But we respect those 3 fans. I know Clarkie's one of them.
Yeah.
Poor bloke.
Poor Clarkie.
Yeah.
He's the only Titans fan I know. Real one. So,
Yeah.
do you know any other Titans fan?
Well, that BKR guy goes hard.
Oh, yeah. BKR guy.
Yeah, rate that.
Rate that.
But yeah, between the two of you, the Titans army, it's a depleted army.
They show no resilience, eh? Like
as
soon as they're down by a couple of tries, they're like, "Fuck this!" Like, just give up.
Yeah, if you stick in it, like you just know you're fine. The thing, I think people need to no one talks about it enough. Everyone talks about Turbo with his injuries because he is an absolute freak. But someone like Brimson, he misses just as much.
Yeah,
I was looking at his games per year,
Mm.
and like when he's on, like he's a gun.
Mm.
But you sign him till 29.
Yeah.
Like, and you've got Kenny
There's
there
8.
that you just signed till 2030.
There's 8 games guaranteed.
Yeah.
Till 29.
But yeah, like
Brimo, love you, bar, but
they need to do what they can to get on
Yeah.
the field. Kenny's a freak, but
yeah, Kenny is a freak. The fuck, they miss him bad.
yeah. Honestly,
See, and I think they're missing a trick here because Kenny's out and out fullback. Like, I don't think he play anywhere else. Brimo's like, if they've got a fullback, he can play in the halves. And Jaden Campbell, I think he's a fullback as well. I think all 3 of them are out and out fullbacks.
I've got a question for you.
No.
If you're the Titans right now, obviously it's hard because Kenny's out injured and you can't really get a read. Would you swap Jaden Campbell for Toby Sexton?
If I'm the Titan,
Yeah.
fuck. I don't think Toby's coming back anyway. I don't think.
I know.
Toby will
I
come
feel
back
for
anyway.
Toby, but if he said, "Yep, I'm keen," like,
Oh no,
nah,
not for
he's
Jaden
too
Campbell.
good.
No, not for Jaden Campbell.
That's fair.
Maybe for.
I was just throwing it out there.
Who's playing half at the moment?
Hey,
Who's playing half at the moment?
for
Titans.
well, they got foreign in there.
No, who's the other one that plays half though? Currently.
Oh, Weaver.
Weaver. Oh,
yeah,
gun.
Weaver. Sorry, brother. Tommy's going alright, but like you've got Brimo,
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, Titans just need to keep players on the field and enjoy Tino while he's there, boys, because he won't be there for much longer.
Bears are.
Oh, Bears
Yeah,
are
they're
coming.
going.
They're fucking going. He's the first one getting
You know who's
signed.
going? Melbourne is going.
You know he's coming, Laurie Daly, right? He's coming.
All right, back into the footy chat.
Yeah.
We've got the next game, Raiders, Rabbits. Packed out at GIO.
First
Look
of all-
fucking freezing.
Big congratulations to Big Papa.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's
What a
yeah.
career, mate.
Yeah.
And a fucking double
Yeah.
on fucking...
It's mad.
a double on 300 day.
Yeah.
Woo!
He would have been my next, like...
That's fucking Omen better play that one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get
Yeah, I didn't get shit.
on Galvin either. But yeah, the...
I had Weaver double on the Titans game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So did 1,000 others.
It was short.
But yeah, Big Papa, even as a New South Wales fan, you just look at it, like, he's never talked smack. Like, he's just gone about it, done his job, whether it's in second row or front row. Like, I was even driving home to Savo and I was doing the... What happens if Queensland just picked him for 15 minutes? Off the bench. You can't tell me Papali'i wouldn't do an impact job.
Well,
15 minutes, like, he's...
Yeah, I don't know. He's fuck.
No one's even spoken about it.
Yeah.
And I know recency bias because he just scored a double.
Yeah.
He hasn't been amazing. Like, he plays limited minutes.
Yeah.
He's clearly looking older. But,
He's slowing down now, but
Yeah.
fuck, he's still a beast.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a weapon.
yeah.
He's...
Like, clearly, he scored 2 tries.
Yeah.
And,
fuck yeah.
like, Souths have been in it. Like, they're not... Souths aren't a pushover.
Souths are up...
Except when it's a Good Friday.
Yeah. Was Souths up 14-0 at one
12-0.
stage? 12-0?
I think it was
Like,
12-0.
Fuck,
Yeah.
they were
They
all
came out of
over
the
him.
blocks, yeah.
They were all over him.
Cody Walker was ripping it, and that was a big change in this game. Walker going off.
Oh, yeah.
12-0 Souths, they were in it. Rabbits have been in it. They're so undermanned. They've got so many injuries. So
Yeah.
if you're a South fan, you got to be happy. Not happy, but proud of your players for sticking in it.
Oh, fuck.
You've had so many ins and outs.
Yeah.
Like,
Poor South. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is it Windsor last year? They had a full strength squad.
yeah, I don't
for
know.
like
what,
2 weeks
yeah,
straight.
Yeah.
Like, fucking
I
hell.
think that I don't know whether they're physios from Timu or something, but it's wild how many injuries they're getting. Or whether they're training on, like, the car park. Or I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Fuck.
So many hammies, so many, I don't know.
Yeah. They're training on the Indian burial grounds. Fucked.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's not good. But Raiders, as they've done all year, they were favourites to win the spoon, and they just stick in it. They're just one of those teams that can either blow out of the water or just grind you to win. They can do it. They can do it any way they want at the moment. They're like, I'm a dog supporter. Yes, we're on top of the table, but Raiders are like, yes, we got you the other week, and it was fucking sensational win.
Mm.
They're
There's
one of
something,
those
there's something
things.
else this year.
They're brewing.
It's 2019 vibes for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like I know the dogs came back and gave to them a couple of weeks ago, but first being Storm at home, Raiders at home is the next hardest challenge, I reckon.
Yeah.
Raiders at the moment at home.
Yeah.
Now that it's fucking freezing
And it's packed.
and it's freezing, that's a hard game to win.
And they got 3 buys to come.
They've played all their games. They're the only team that play all their games so
they've
far.
been
Like,
they're fresh. And whoever's like Owen Paddy's going to be an absolute freak.
Yeah, I've never, and it's been 13 or 12 or 13 weeks where Sticky hasn't been angry. Like, holy Happy Sticky has me worried that these guys are going to win the comp.
He's a big softie.
Have you Raiders fans? When's the last time you saw Sticky like that? Oh, I'm getting sticky thinking about it.
Sticky was sticky watching Bubbly.
Holy.
He was.
I'd be sticky if I had him for a double.
He was crying out of his eyes and out of his undies. It was wild.
Me too, Sticky.
Crazy scenes. I've never seen a coach cry on the sideline.
Nah, it's fucked.
Maybe start booing him.
Ivan Clear didn't even cry when we won 4 in a row. That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
He's like, this is a piece of piss.
Or just a 4th.
Yeah, 4.
It's going to be Serrato soon.
4 games in a row, man.
Right, the big thing out of this,
Yeah.
which a lot of people haven't talked about, there might be a few talking about it, Tamale out for like 12 weeks.
Yeah, it's fucked. Dislocated his fucking
He's
knee.
been huge for them. Like, he is a beat, like genuine beats. Like, I saw the Tamale chat coming out going, you need to respect this. And I had a look, and like since that week, it's been like 6 weeks in a row now where they've just gone, okay, this guy's like, he's a freak. Like Dragons, my God, letting that go.
Oh.
You've literally watched Tamale run a mark while your wingers get nuts on his neck. Like,
Another Dragons Junior.
Sorry,
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks, Dragons.
But yeah.
Fuck me, Dad.
Yeah. Talk about Dragons Juniors. That one coming to the Dogs, freak.
Who's that?
That young lock. We've just got the Australian schoolboy lock off him.
Keyword young, because fucking Dragons hate that.
Yeah.
You need to be at least 30.
Yeah. So yeah, they Raiders, like I said, they're out. They're in it. Between them and the Wires, like I've been down the Wires.
They'll be both will be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But Raiders are in it. If like a scary game is Raiders semi-final in Canberra.
Yeah.
Like fuck, I wouldn't put it past them to win that, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, this is 2019 vibes all over again. They are flying with 3 buys up their sleeve, right? Fuck me, Dad. They are pumping.
And the thing, like, if we're comparing Wires and Raiders, like Wires, yes, I've been down it only because a lot of my mates are Wires fans and we just love giving it to them. But they're generally up there. The only thing that gets me with the Wires is like the Raiders going down to Melbourne. Yes, Melbourne will be favourites, and yes, I'll expect them to win. But I could see the Raiders getting them. They've done it. They've done it.
They've been their bogey shots.
Whereas every time I just think of the Warriors in Amy Park, oh man! And if you get them,
that's a knock on the Warriors. That's a knock on the Warriors, right? At the moment. Well, this year's fucking weird.
They've won 5 out. They've won 5 in Sydney in a row. That Sydney's
I know. Like this year though has been like genuinely everyone can fucking beat everyone, right? There hasn't been one standout team just smashing everyone.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say. Like I hate the fucking. Even like when I was as a Penrith fan the last couple of years, is like fuck, you can't beat the big dogs or whatever. All right. Like Warriors, it was only 5 or 6 weeks ago you got fucking pumped by Melbourne, right? And Melbourne haven't been top of the table smashing everyone.
Yeah.
Right? I need to see the Warriors give it to a gun team.
Yeah.
Right? Which I don't know who the fuck that is.
I
don't know who the fuck that is at the moment, right?
Yeah.
If the Warriors come out next week and smash the Bulldogs or smash the Raiders, right? They smash the Sharks, but we all know what the fucking Sharks are like.
Yeah, Sharks are just
Fuck me
they're
they're hot and cold.
They're like, they're just
Alright, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Bunnies look like a different team with Walker. Fucking way better with Walker there.
Yeah.
Holy, you're gonna miss him for a couple of weeks.
Talk about Sticky too. That 7 for the Rabbits. Humphreys.
Oh, I'm getting sticky.
That's enough. Let's go next one.
Lucky Cam Murray's not playing as well. Fuck
man.
me, dead.
Only so many boners can get around that. But yeah, all right. Next game, we've got the Tigers and the Panthers. The Luai revenge game falls short.
Right, I'm going to try and be as unbiased as possible here, okay? But fuck the Tigers. No, just... Alright, ill discipline from the Panthers in the first half. Fuck. Like, I'm one to give a ref shit, right? And I'll give a ref shit when it's due. 90% of those penalties, though, were warranted. Like, the fucking Panthers... Every set, Tigers coming out of their own half was a penalty, just laying in the ruck, and it wasn't only our like not I won't call them Reggies, but our not common first graders, right? Just laying in the ruck. It was our experienced guys.
Yeah, well, that's
Kenny, all giving away penalties in ruck situations.
Well,
and I know Ivan was tearing his hair out, right?
Yeah.
Because the Panthers would put him into a corner. And they were shot. They'd be on tackle 3 and they hadn't got it past the 10 and they'd give away a penalty. I was going, what the fuck? Like, this game could have been shut out in the first half.
Well, I think that it kind of wraps up the Panthers so far. Like, I've watched, like, I haven't seen Yo drop as many balls this year as ever. Like, even one knock on is, like, you'd never see Yo drop the ball.
Yeah.
And a couple of times this game, like, even To'o at the start of the year,
yeah,
dropping the ball, dropping it, playing the ball, and just things. You can see the fatigue.
I just think they're tired.
Yeah, and it's not warranted.
Yeah. No, fucking...
Got nothing out
4
of it.
comms. Cats.
But yeah, that just... The Tigers... The thing I like about the Tigers is they're giving it their all. Like, they're ripping in. It's not one of those teams now where you're versing the Tigers and you go, yep, this is an easy win.
No, like, not at all.
It's not... Benji has turned them and... They are in it, and I think that is a massive Luai factor.
Yep.
Although his stats don't read well week in, week out, like, you can just tell he's in it. Like, him with that hit on Cleary twice, then he's going out of the line for Blaze. Like, that's a leader.
Yeah.
Like,
and you could tell...
Tigers haven't had that.
No.
So
you could tell that... And you could tell that Luai knew the plays because he'd done them for 10 plus years, right?
Yeah.
You could tell he knew where it was coming and he had to get out of the line and shut down our best player.
All you do at training is left versus right over and over and over and over.
And he would have been showing the boys going, this is the play they run.
This is what happens.
This is what they do.
When I shoot out, you come with me. This is it. Like, and he's just like... It's just drilled in your Panthers, just defense. And Luai's seen every bit of shape for them. Which brings me on the next. I'm loving Blaze. Like, he just throws something different.
He needed game time.
Yeah.
Right? He just needed game time. And, like, there's a lot of Panthers fans, including myself, that thought, I don't know if he's the option going forward, right? A little bit of his defense and, his attack, he's a bit iffy, but he just needs game time and he's getting better. Like, he's getting way. His kicks, like his short kicking game, fucking elite. Yeah. Like, he's good. And he's young as fuck. Like, he's going to get better. He just needs heaps of game time. I think that's what Ivan does well. Like, he gives guys a crack. Yeah. Even if, 3 or 4 games, if they haven't done it, he still keeps giving them a crack. He persists with them. Like Edwards. Yeah. Right when Edwards first came in.
Oh, man. He couldn't
dog
catch
shit.
Like, yeah.
He was terrible.
Yeah,
but he just kept persisting with him because he knew what was there. Yeah. And he's now, if not the best, he's top 3 fullbacks in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He's the Australian New South Wales fullback.
Yeah. Huh? But yeah, for the Tigers, look, he can't, like, dog's bias again. I love Skelton. Like, he has an error in him.
Fuck, his carries are wild.
But he is, like, he just came back from, I think it was a hammy. Yeah. He's been out for a while.
And his reads.
But, yeah, and it is like the old, I'm not going to compare him to George Tafor, but it's the old, if you're at the back of a block play.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
If you don't know by now, Skelton's there. Like, and you do not want to be hit with that. Like,
I'm asking for a cutout. Don't give me the fucking ball.
Yeah. And it gives me those vibes.
Because how many wingers are doing that now? Like, they're too scared to shoot out of line.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
He's all in. Like, if you pass the ball, you're still getting jammed. Right?
I love
and that puts centers off.
Yeah.
Right? Centers the whole time.
Everything
after that, right? I know Targo got whacked.
Yeah.
Right? For the rest of that game, Targo's gone, fuck, if we run this play again, I'm worried he's going to fly out and get me again, right? Yeah. I don't think they did that play again. Like, they didn't run it because he's fucking going to get jammed.
Yeah, I am liking what the Tigers are doing. They're not setting the world on fire, but they're fighting week in, week out.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll make the 8. I just don't think they have the gears to get there. Like, we'll talk about this a bit further as we get closer on. Like, it's only mid-season, but
Look,
they'll be in and around it. They won't be far off, but
look,
there's so many
the
teams.
Galvin thing threw them off. Like,
yeah,
this has been I know you fucking say it's not like Tigers fans or Tigers players actually will say, it hasn't been a distraction. It has. Like, that's a big like. Galvin's a good player.
Yeah.
You can tell there's a good player there, right? And it's been a fucking distraction. I'm glad you guys separated the way you did, right? Ripped the Band-Aid off and got rid of him.
Yeah.
Because you had to, right? There was no fixing that, right? And you don't want someone playing there that doesn't want to be there, okay?
Heath Mason at 6 been good.
He was good.
Ball running.
Yeah, he
He's
was
dangerous.
fucking, he was gone.
Well, that asks the question, do you go on Latu?
I was just about to bring that up. Fuck, can one of them play hooker? Like, can Mason play hooker? Because every time Latu...
I think Mason's too small. Latu's not the biggest bloke.
But every time Latu came on the field, I was worried.
Yeah.
Like, he was every time he touched the ball, I was going, fuck, like, they're going to break the line here.
But the thing is, if one of them goes in a hooker and does well,
yeah,
I think the Silver's gone.
Oh, fuck.
He needs...
Did the Silver play like
No. That's what I mean. He can't cut it. He can't make it. They're not picking him.
Fuck. By all reports, fucking Appy's gone. He's going to the Bears. So has he got one more year in him? I think they transition one of them into hooker.
I think that you just go...
I think they put Mason in hooker.
I think they're going to go...
Latu's too good to
I think they're going to go... if Appy goes, they'll put Talon straight to 9 and they'll pick Latu or Heath at 14, I think. Talon's an out-and-out 9, and he will be a quality 9.
Maybe Latu plays lock.
I don't think... Is he...
Who's playing lock now? Seyfarth?
Nah, it's not Seyfarth. It's bloody Pole. He's a gun.
Oh, yeah, Pole's pretty good.
He's a gun.
Sorry, Pole.
No, sorry. It was Seyfarth on the weekend, eh?
Oh, bro.
Yeah. But Pole normally is there, and
bro.
he's elite.
Seyfarth's been ripping.
No, yeah. My
Is
fellow
he
Red Nut brother.
Hey, big
Red
dog.
Nut.
Is he Queensland or New South Wales?
Seyfarth. I'm pretty sure he's New South Wales.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, I think he's
Yo, count your days, bro.
I think he's sitting at about number 52 in the locks. Seyfarth.
I'm 53rd.
Born in Sydney.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Bring him in for game.
That doesn't mean anything for Queensland, but
yeah, fuck. Bring him in game 3 after we pull their pants down next week. We'll just play a bunch of randoms.
Just bring back Ockenball on the wing. Just to it.
Doc Ock.
Knocking ball. Shout out.
Knocking ball.
Shout out Ockenball.
That's mad, bro.
Last game.
Hey? Wonder where he is now.
Oh, he's probably got like 10 wives.
Oh.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man. Only person to fucking run through Smitty twice.
Yeah. Only person to abuse the greatest player of all time, but also look like the worst player of all time.
And go to a fucking training run and pick up chicks.
Yeah. Ockenball is the manly of people.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's just 1 week perfect, the next week actually he's never been perfect.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right, last game.
Snorefest.
No, best game of the round,
boring.
baby. Best game of the round. Pretty much all I've got in my notes is why Galvin is already better than Thurston. And how he's going to lead this thing.
Try and debut. You couldn't fucking write it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, let me speak on this first, alright? Fucking Dogs fans, like, the vision I saw them coming out of the hotel, you would have thought it was grand final.
Well, how good is it?
It's fucking mad. Like,
you're getting 60,000.
I don't know where all your Dogs fans come from. Fuck me, dead.
Mate, we're everywhere.
They've come out of nowhere.
All we needed to do was win some games.
Oh, right.
We've been there.
Yeah.
We've been there.
But yeah, that vision I saw, right? So 2 games this year, right? Yesterday's game and what was the other?
The pack one.
The pack one.
South.
What?
Good Friday.
Good Friday game. Fuck, you would have thought that was fucking the Atmos for that as well.
GF.
With GF,
Yeah.
both of them GF,
Yeah.
like GF Atmos. Like, I get packed out stadiums, right? I've seen packed out stadiums before, but for the Dogs to have a runway to the stadium, of fans.
It's elite.
That doesn't happen unless
I
it's
love
grand
it.
final day. Which
Whoever
is
the
fucking wild.
media and whoever's working at the club right now, pat
fucking
yourself on the back because it is elite. It gets me hyped. We're in the danger zone. We're in Queensland.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I want to go down there.
And-
I would buy tickets to go down there.
Oh yeah, fucking.
Because they are whoever's
something else going on.
doing around there.
And the same look. I've got the same theory about the Dogs, right? I do the. Can they? Let's say they finish top 4, right? They win that first game, they get the break grand final. Can they do 2 grand finals?
If they got a crowd
in
like
major
that,
semi,
why not?
right? And same thing, like I think we've seen enough now to go. They're there, like they're gonna be there. I reckon. And
Yeah.
Same as the Warriors, like they're gonna be. They keep doing what they're doing. They're gonna be there. Imagine the Dogs Warriors grand final.
Yeah. The only, as a
Fuck.
Dogs fan, I watch them obviously closer than any other team. Our red zone attack, we're more dangerous 30 out than we are 10 out. And it we throw one genuine bit of shape at them in the set. Well, like, you've got weapons, like Sexton, he's been unreal. He's been great for us. Critter, for some reason, gets very minimal one-on-one beat your man ball. And that's all he needs.
Yeah, I know what
Like, he had Russell on him. I'd be giving him 20 good ball, just early ball. Go do what Critter does. If, like, it should have been, coming out of this, should have been, Critter gives Russell a bath. Critter set, like, and it's not Critter's issue. He's a centre. He needs good ball.
No, but the matchup was fucking. If we can see it, surely they can.
Yeah,
see
yeah.
It. Fucking.
But
hell.
that's all. Like, it
Sexton,
all went.
Let me play half, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it all went to Burton, and when he's running, he's another level. Like, he's a freak.
He just needs to run.
He's just
like,
a big body. That first intercept was elite.
And I'm
Like-
mate. He did one fucking semi Burton bomb.
Yeah.
Bring it back,
Yeah.
brother. Like. Fuck what Serrato says, bro. Pull it up.
Nah, listen to Serrato.
Give the
We
people
see
what
what's
they
going on,
want,
mate.
man.
Listen to
Holy.
Do whatever Serrato says.
What do you reckon? Little critter.
Put it up.
Critter bomb.
Warriors are hello. But yeah, the what's it called? This game, it flew by. That first half was unreal. 40 wet weather. Like if
Bro,
if
throwing
that's
the ball
not,
around like it was fucking dry.
I'm calling it. If that's not raining, it beats the Good Friday crowd because they had 59,000.
Yeah, I know, but if you're
53. Oh, I can't remember.
if you're watching that first game, if that's the first game you're watching this year, right? You haven't seen the ladder.
Yeah.
You don't think fucking Para coming second last?
No. But
Like-
Para fans get around it.
No, but Para fans get. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about their fans. I'm talking about their team.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're like, this isn't fucking first versus second last.
Nah.
This is a top
They
4
were
game.
up for it.
They were up for it. They
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
it
they
back.
were up for it.
They were there.
Lomax is, oh man, I've never seen outside of To'o, I've never seen a winger so busy.
Oh yeah.
Just run after run after run, and he's just
Yeah. Another
Sam-
one fucking rigged out of his mind.
yeah. So he was elite. Dylan Walker's elite. He's been a great signing for them.
Yeah, he's been
but
good.
yeah, that first half flew,
Yeah.
and even like as a Dogs fan, I was happy with our first half. We're on top, like you said, we're on top of the table, and I was like, we were in it, we were fighting. Yes, we didn't seal our opportunities, which is what we need to do because we're parked down there, and we were down there for it. That was the only thing I take out of it is that our red zone is our attack's not good enough to win a comp.
Oh, Dogs were never comfortable in that game until like the last 15 minutes.
Well,
It was like 60 minute mark. Was it 14-12?
yeah. Oh, it was 12-all. And Gowman
then-
came on with 20 to go.
Yeah, and they went up 14-12.
Yeah, they
Dogs
went up 14-12. Yeah,
and,
they took the
and that
two.
was still like, fuck, this is anyone's
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
here.
It was in, and then Gowman came in and like.
And then what do you know? They fucking kick out early ball and fucking score.
Yeah.
Shit, do that every fucking set, man. Just in Dogs coming out of your own end, tell kick out, stay out on the fucking paint, mate.
Yeah.
We don't need you here. Right? We need you when we're fucking 20 out
Ferrari,
hitting the ball
baby.
up. We
That's
need
one
that
big
shit.
Ferrari.
Fuck. It's a
But
big ass Ferrari.
it's very, I don't want to say, it's our, the way we go about it with our game plan is very, like, Panther-like, where you just go, holy shit, like, we're in, like, just arm wrestle the crap out of you. Like, we just kick to the corners, we just jam. There's nothing fancy
Which
about
Dogs
it.
have never been known for, right?
And that's what
Serrato,
which is Serrato
doing, which is what wins fucking comps.
Just go in, best defense wins.
And what happened? They last 15 minutes, they fucking
just
broke
wear
him.
him out.
Right, broke him.
That's all it is.
And that's what Panthers were good for.
Yeah. Although Galvin was great, like digging in the line, long balls.
Oh, it was the 60.
Body. Yeah, it was the 60.
Yeah.
It was the 60 minutes of grind that got us that because we just kept working and heels the errors out of their own end. Like Lomax with the 7 tackle set.
Yeah.
That could have been. That was
themselves.
the changing point.
Yeah,
if they go down the other end and score, that breaks the Dogs back because we had him on the tail and he just dropped the ball like he's fatigued. Lomax was doing everything. The other one I want to talk about, and it's been a while since I've seen a player drop off to this standard. Jermaine Hopgood.
Yeah, what the
he's
fuck's
bored,
going on
bored,
there?
like I think he's got to go cup.
He's got the fucking Queensland curse.
He's got to go to New South Cup.
Like what happened to Walker? Like they play State of Origin and then they just fucking fall off a cliff.
Yeah, but the other ones like Maxi was aggressive. Max King.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He got his
the line and hit someone.
Jamming people.
Fuck.
Like he must have prayed for all mate before the game because
he prayed as he's screwing out of line.
He jammed him.
Yeah.
But Hopgood, like last year he was like if
fucking
you
talking about Maxi praying possessed.
Yeah.
That was wild.
If you told me that like Queensland's struggling to pick players for a forward pack, last year I'd be like, oh, like Hopgood, he'd be starting then. Like he was incredible coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Obviously him and Rolls, or I don't think it's a personal thing. I think he's just like it just doesn't suit him. Like he's playing limit. Look, we could be saying this, and the bloke's got like an injury, he's got a bad injury, and like that's the thing about the players. They could have the like injuries that no one knows about. As soon as they cross the white line, they're open for it. They're open to be criticised.
Yeah.
So if you're out there on the field, we're going to criticise. And like I said, we've got like 300 Div 2 games up our belt, so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, we get it. Dogs first.
Yeah, Dogs first.
Eels. Moe in that side fucking makes all the difference, man. Fucking brings your energy. So, Adokar had a good game too.
Adokar's been great.
He was
for them.
busy. Fuck, he was busy. I think he was
Talk
up
about
for it.
booze.
I think he was up for it as well, though. I think he gets keen on those sort of games.
But look dangerous. Like I reckon he broke about 1,000
kept bending the
tackles.
line. Yeah, he was good.
7 tackle breaks. 7 tackle breaks, and all those tackle breaks weren't in good ball. That was all out of his own.
They were
hand.
carries. They were tough carries.
And the Dogs are the best defensive team in the comp, and he's doing that against them. So he looked dangerous, and he's been great for them. Like
they were good.
Honestly, if something went wrong with New South Wales wingers, I wouldn't be against it. He's up for it.
And Ongi's playing good too. I like him. He's busy.
Keep him.
He's busy. Keep him at fullback.
He's pretty much at that Lehigh for Manly where you just do whatever you can to keep him.
He just needs to keep playing.
You just need to sign him long term.
More first grade games he gets, the better he's going to get.
The Panthers
he's
one,
fucking yeah, I know.
Riley Smith as well, 9
more.
Panthers.
We can't keep him all. Fuck, salary cap fucking cooked us.
Imagine if we had any Panthers players.
Imagine if the Storm had a cap.
Oh, mate.
That'd be mad.
Yeah, they did, and they bloody broke out. They got the Sombrero, mate. That's Roosters.
Nah, Roosters have one, but they're shit, so that's weird.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the NRL chat. Like I said, first potty, camera died.
Yeah.
We're having fun. That's what we're doing.
Dogs fans, Warriors fans, Raiders fans, get excited. Unless the Panthers make the 8, then you're fucked.
Yeah. But like, in saying that, how's the setup? Like, we've got brilliant mics, a camera that's coming into us, red hair.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going week in, week out. We'll give it a go. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, just join it. We just want to get a bunch of mates, pretty much just a big group of mates. I'll create a channel. We can all jump on. Like I said, like and subscribe. But before we go, we got our best bets and we've got our tips for the week.
Yep.
We're going to start with best bets. As always, gamble responsibly.
Yeah.
We do not currently have the odds for anyone because no one's sponsoring us. But yeah,
first one to sponsor us.
You get on, baby. You're getting some good deals.
We're wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, we'll wear whatever. We'll do whatever. We'll get nuts on our neck if we want it. But yeah,
for free.
Shout out Bostock. But your best bet of the week, Mitchie.
Best bets. My best.
These will be up. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to brush it, but these will be up on our Instagram.
Yep.
This clip will probably be following it, so
right.
follow along.
Best best bet of the week. I got cows 1 to 12. Braden Birds anytime. Right, that's Braden Burns with a B. Right, that gets you $9.75. I'm not telling you which sporting event that's on, but that gets you $9.75.
Great odds. All right, I've gone my best bet. I've got to go with the Dogs. I watch them the most, and he's back this week. Jacob Preston.
Presto.
You know he loves the score. Jacob Preston. Out there on that edge with Toby Sexton, he's playing for his career right now. And Preston's going to be fired up coming back from that dog shit suspension. So I've got Preston, and I've gone DCE anytime. The old axe man, DCE, he's been axed. He's versing the Titans.
He's hungry.
You know it's the Titans. You know what happens to the Titans against Dez as well. So Preston into DCE, $13.20.
Woo.
2 try scorers. That's it.
That's your best bet.
That's it. That's my best bet.
That's a lot.
We're making a lot of money.
Right, value bet. Right, my value bet this week. Titans fans, block your ears.
Oh no.
Manly 13 plus. Tommy anytime. Garrick double.
Holy smokes.
That's cheekbones of doom.
Was it
double?
$1.10?
Fuck, it just blew out $1.15. No. All right, value bet. That gets you $21 at the moment. All right, $21.
Is that Garrick double?
That's Garrick double.
Jeez.
Tommy anytime. Manly 13 plus. That's at Seabus as well.
Yep.
Where they've got a great record.
Right, I've got my value
losing.
bet. I just want to see. I didn't have the odds ready. I'm going on to. So pretty much my value bet is just 3 anytimers. I've got Will Kennedy for the Sharks, the hit back. I've got AJ Brimson. And I've got Isaiah Katoa, who's currently on a tear. And I'm just going to look at the odds for that one. Sorry, boys. I did have it. We have Will Kennedy. Sorry, boys. AJ Brimson and girls. We appreciate all listeners. And Isaiah Katoa. And that is going to give you...
And Bostock, if you're listening.
A whopping $46.
Oh, that's pretty juicy.
Kennedy, Brimson, Isaiah Katoa. Too easy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What? 2 fullbacks.
2 fullbacks and 7
And
Katoa.
a 7. Oh, that's
Against the
good.
Cows without Dearden. Dearden will probably play all back up. Is it? Oh no, they're not. They're not playing. They're in the camp.
No, they're in the camp. Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
playing.
Katoa's gonna rip. That's great. That's great odds. But yeah, like I said, thank you for listening along. If you are listening,
Jump in
even
the
if there's
comments.
2 of them.
Tell us how shit.
Roast us.
Tell us how shit
Yeah.
we were. Tell me what we need to fix.
You can tell me how shit I am all you want, but the Dogs are on top of the table. And
We'll
that's all
still
that
be back
matters.
next week. You fuckers.
Every Tuesday we'll record, so any news that's out Wednesday morning, unfortunately we will miss it. But we're going to get to editing tonight and tomorrow, and we'll get your clips up. Like I said, thanks for following along. We'll be here next week, and our setup's just going to get better and better as we go. We kind of just wanted to jump in. We're already halfway through the season. It's a tough time to start, but there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We'll
keep
be
coming
around,
out here
baby.
week in, week out, and
Yeah.
Critter says good night.